What's up, guys? This is a review storm, and at the eye of this one, the Power Rangers 25th Anniversary Special, Dimensions in Danger. This was a 30-minute episode, aired in prime time, that brought back a lot of past Rangers, like the legendary battle 5 years ago, which unfortunately was not well received. And I don't know that this Anniversary Special is going to be received much better when it's all said and done. This was a Tommy Oliver / Jason David Frank showcase. And don't get me wrong, I'm a huge fan of the Tommy Oliver character. I'm wearing my White Ranger shirt. I have a Tiger Zord Funko. I've got a couple White Ranger Funkos. I've been dressed up as a Green Ranger for Halloween. So I think Tommy is one of, if not the best Ranger ever. But this episode had a little too much. And it even started with Tommy getting a call from his wife to take his son JJ to school. And he goes to his house, and there's a bike on the porch, and he tells his son, "What did I tell you about these bikes on the porch?" And he says, "Sorry, Dad." And we'll get to the why that's actually a problem later that the son responded. Because we never hear the wife, but the son responds, and he called his wife and clearly talked to her. But Tommy is then kidnapped by Lord Draven and the Kudabots. Why he couldn't fight them off is not explained. Then we cut to Summer Cove High, where Mick gets the Ninja Steel Rangers, brings them into their command center style space, and 3 cloaked figures appear. The same 3 cloaked figures that had shown up in the previous episode, who helped the Rangers obtain their Blaze Zords to take down Madame Odious' Foxytron. They are revealed to be Wes Collins of Time Force, Gemma from RPM Silver, and Coda from Dino Charge. And they reveal that Tommy isn't answering his communicator, and the Dimensions are in trouble from Lord Draven, who is making this Ranger army. They go to Tommy's house and find a Tommy robot working alongside Draven and Madame Odious, and they're going to break down the Dimensions and send their Ranger army in. And the idea is that the Tommy robot has been going and managing to get the other past Rangers kidnapped. 30-minute episode. This is all going really fast. So the Ninja Steel team and the 3 other Rangers, Wes, Coda, and Gemma, go to the dimension where Draven's fortress is. And eventually they get ambushed by Kudabots, who are quickly destroyed by an invisible force, which is revealed to be Tommy, who somehow managed to turn himself invisible while supposedly in Draven's clutches, while the other Rangers are completely, basically unconscious. And he got free. And they end up freeing the other Rangers. And Draven, meanwhile, has fired a couple of his arrows. He's got 1 left to breach the Dimensions. So Tommy destroys his robot self, revealing in the process, by the way, that he has a Master Morpher, which allows him to access every single one of his Ranger powers he's ever had. Red Zeo, Black Dino Thunder, White Tiger, and Green Dragon Zord. And they end up, Odious gigantifies Draven, so he can attempt to fire off the last arrow. Tommy grabs his Falcon Zord, manages to just snatch the arrow out of the air, and the other Rangers distract Draven with laser blasts as Tommy manages to fling the arrow into his chest and destroy him and stop the whole problem. So there's a lot of things to break down here. First of all, the issue with the family that I talked about is the fact that it never comes up again. We see them at Tommy's house, and the son doesn't get taken. The wife apparently doesn't get taken. Like, they make it so, oh, here's Tommy's living his normal family life. And, oh, well, okay. That really wasn't necessary. Coda's a weird choice. I feel like, if I remember correctly, in Dino Charge, he actually, I think, went back to the past, if I remember correctly, or something to that effect. And I don't know why they would send him, or why he was recruited instead of one of the other Dino Rangers like Shelby or anything like that. One of the bigger gripes is this Master Morpher Tommy obtained that lets him access all his Ranger powers. I want to know how he obtained that. I want to know, does it put any sort of stress on the morphing grid to have all that power contained in that one thing? Can he just use it? Because he used it pretty willy-nilly. He was just swapping powers, no problem. And then, again, that's why this is kind of a Tommy Oliver / Jason David Frank showcase, which I don't really have much of a problem with, but in the sense of what it did for the episode, it didn't do much. Then there's the problem of there wasn't a lot of rhyme or reason as to why certain Rangers were in certain outfits. Catherine was, I believe, in her pink turbo outfit, but Rocky was in his red Mighty Morphin outfit. So it's not like it was the last outfit they had, because Rocky's last outfit was Blue Zeo. So I don't really know why certain things were, unless they wanted to just have a Red Ranger. But I would think Catherine would be more recognized in her Zeo outfit. I don't know. Because she was all three. She was Mighty Morphin, she was Zeo, and she was Turbo. But there wasn't a whole lot of rhyme or reason to that. And these past Rangers maybe got 2 lines apiece. I think Gia had more than 2, and that might be it. But there was no interaction. This was a 30-minute episode, and it flew by. And we needed at least an hour to really get good character interactions, to really see all these dimensions and all these different Rangers collide. And I think it'd be so interesting to do, just because everyone is so different and everyone's had to face all these different problems and things. One of the biggest gripes I have is at the very end of the episode, everyone's going back to their dimensions, and Brody, the Red Ninja Steel Ranger, stops outside the portal when everybody else is gone. And he says, "Now that was epic." There had been no plot line where Brody was like bored, looking for epic adventure. He's becoming bored with his life even as a Power Ranger, and he's trying to learn a lesson or something to that effect. And it wasn't even all that grand of an adventure. They didn't have any Zords or anything. The only Zord that showed up was the Falcon Zord. I guess budget problems. But this feels like a shot from Nickelodeon to everybody who didn't like the Legendary Battle from Super Mega Force. Like, they're patting themselves on the back, telling themselves, yes, this was good. Yes, this was epic. No, it doesn't work that way, guys. You can't just say that was epic and expect everybody to follow suit. I wanted to like this episode. I really want to like... I like the 2017 movie, oddly enough. And I'm hopeful the sequel to that's really good. And I want the 30th anniversary special to actually feel special. Make it longer than 30 minutes. Give it a better budget. Actually have these Rangers from past and present interact and do things together. And make it make sense. I wanted to like this, and I couldn't stop finding slight issues with it. And I don't like that. I shouldn't be... I realize part of that's my own hangups, and that I need to just watch it for fun. And parts of it were fun. It was great seeing all of Tommy's Ranger powers come back through, like Zeo and White and Green, and even Black Dino Thunder. I love the outfit on that one. It was good seeing the Falcon Zord, even though it was not a well-animated Falcon Zord, quite honestly. But some of the color changes were weird. A lot of things felt very rushed as far as trying to get places and get things explained. And that's the biggest problem, was just the amount of time. I mean, it's a 30-minute block, but it's not even 30 minutes of episodic material. It's like 22, adding in commercials and everything. So that is all I have to say. If you're a big Tommy Oliver fan, you're probably going to like some of this episode. If you are just a Ranger fan in general, it might be a little problematic. Let me know what you think in the comments below. That is Lights Out on Power Rangers Dimensions in Danger.